Basketball, the fast-paced, high-flying sport loved by millions. The roar of the crowd, the swish of the net, the glint of trophies, and the promise of fame and fortune. But beneath the surface, beneath the slam dunks and million-dollar contracts, lies a history full of shocking secrets, dark conspiracies, and tragic events that the world has almost forgotten. Stories whispered in locker rooms, hushed up by powerful figures, buried deep in the annals of the sport's history. Stories of greed, betrayal, and ambition gone wrong. Stories that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the game. Today, we pull back the curtain, step onto the court of hidden truths, and uncover the hidden side of basketball that will leave you speechless. They say necessity is the mother of invention. In 1891, Dr. James Naismith, a physical education instructor at Springfield College, took on the challenge. Early basketball was chaotic and brutal. Players wrestled for the ball, and injuries were rampant. The first hoop was a peach basket, nailed to a wall. Every point required stopping the game to retrieve the ball. From those beginnings, the game evolved, and the peach basket gave way to the net. The thrill of a basketball game, the tension building with each shot, the roar of the crowd as the clock winds down. It's a spectacle that captures the hearts of millions. But what happens when the cheers turn to gasps, when the joy of the game is overshadowed by unimaginable tragedy? On March 4th, 1990, the basketball world watched in horror as Hank Gathers, the star player of Loyola Marymount University, collapsed on the court. He was a young man, full of promise, on the cusp of greatness. Gathers had been diagnosed with a heart condition earlier that year. Doctors advised him to sit out the season, to prioritize his health over the game. But the lure of the court, the dream he'd carried since he was a boy, proved too strong to resist. On that fateful day, in a game against Portland, Gathers' heart gave out. Despite the best efforts of medical staff, he couldn't be revived. Hank Gathers, at the age of 23, was gone. The NBA, a league built on competition, fair play, and the pursuit of excellence. Or so we like to believe. But beneath the polished veneer of multi-million-dollar contracts and global fame, a darker side lurks. In 2007, the NBA was rocked by a scandal that shook the very foundations of the league. Tim Donaghy, a veteran referee, was accused of something that sent chills down the spines of fans and officials alike: fixing games. Donaghy wasn't just blowing calls or favoring certain teams. He was in deep with organized crime, specifically a branch of the Gambino crime family. He was feeding them inside information, manipulating games he officiated, ensuring the outcomes were aligned with the bets placed by his mobster associates. The Donaghy scandal served as a stark reminder that even in the world of professional sports, where dreams are made and heroes are born, darkness can take root. In the annals of basketball, some names are etched in history, legends who captivated the world with their talent and charisma. But some stories take a darker turn, leaving behind unanswered questions. This is the story of Len Bias, touted as the next Michael Jordan, whose life was tragically cut short. Drafted second overall by the Boston Celtics in 1986, Bias had rare talent. He was destined for greatness. The Celtics, with Larry Bird, were poised to dominate. Then, just 2 days after the draft, tragedy struck. Bias was found dead in his dorm room from a cocaine overdose. The news sent shockwaves through the basketball world. How could a young man on the cusp of superstardom meet such a tragic end? The official narrative spoke of a tragic accident, a young athlete succumbing to the pressures of fame. Len Bias's story serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that even in the world of sports, darkness can lurk in the shadows. Every sport has its share of superstitions, rituals, and beliefs that defy logic. But in the NBA, where the pursuit of victory is relentless, some teams seem to carry a heavier burden, a weight that transcends statistics and game plans. These are the teams that seem cursed, haunted by misfortune, bad luck, and a string of inexplicable events. Take the Los Angeles Clippers, a team long mired in mediocrity, Their history littered with failed draft picks, devastating injuries, and a revolving door of coaches and players. For years, they were the laughingstock of the league, their names synonymous with disappointment. Whether you believe in curses or not, the Clippers' history is undeniably strange. The Clippers' story is a reminder that in the NBA, some things defy explanation. From the rough and tumble origins of the game to the bright lights of the NBA Finals, basketball has come a long way. But as we've seen, the journey hasn't been without its share of darkness. Behind the glamour, the fame, and the fortune lies a world of hidden truths, untold stories, and mysteries that continue to captivate and intrigue. The stories we've uncovered are just a glimpse into the shadowy corners of basketball's past. They remind us that even in a world of heroes and legends, the line between triumph and tragedy can be razor thin. But the game goes on. The players change, the seasons turn, and the pursuit of victory continues. And as long as the ball keeps bouncing, the stories will continue to unfold, reminding us that in the world of basketball, just like in life, nothing is ever quite as it seems.